Alrighty, boys and girls, it is finally happening, right? The Fed started cutting rates. It happened yesterday now. Finally, 50 basis points. They started cutting rates. You guys are gonna love today's video. This is very important. This is what we've all been building up towards and waiting for finally is happening, right? So there are questions, there are answers, and there are people asking what's going on here, people that don't understand. And as well, what is this economy stuff? We don't understand this Fed's cuts, right? We want meme coins, we want the degen stuff, right? So it all comes down to this, guys, right? What is this going to do to the market? And we clearly see what this did to the market. The market pump. Bitcoin now is at 63K, right? And this news came out yesterday. So the stock market today is green as well. So the stock market did not sell off, did not freak out, did not do anything like that, which people were calling for. Now it's green. And now you see, guys, possibly Bitcoin now, this 49K was the actual dip, right? This was actually possibly the actual dip. And from here, we are holding very strong here above 60K, around 59K and stuff like that. And now you see why you should stick to your guns and have a thesis in the market. And if you think we're going to keep going ahead, keep going forward, keep pumping, dips are usually an opportunity in this market. And now you see why. So remember, September now, monthly candles, this is a monthly candle. September is green now, right? September is green. And you know what the herd was saying? September, we're going to drop September. When everybody knows about something in the market, now we see this clearly. When everybody knows something, it's usually the opposite of that happens. So now you know. Also, all the influencers that were calling for lower bearish prices and stuff like that, now they're gonna come out and say, I hope you bought the dip, right? Because they just want to get views, right? At the lows, they want to fear monger and get views because the market is dumping, and when it's pumping, they want to do the same. So you want to stick to your guns. You want to have a thesis in the market. You don't want to get freaked out by everything. You want to stay calm. Either we're pumping or dumping. But anyways, let's get back to the Fed's cutting rate and what's going on here. So it is now appearing to be a bullish thing, right? The market is pumping. The S&P 500 is looking clean and sweet, holding itself, right? Because this is what we really want to be looking at. This is the US economy basically in one chart, and now it's doing well. So when it comes to our meme coins, right, this is the most important. When it comes to our meme coins and altcoins, the rate cuts, the rates, right, are the most important thing because they are the riskiest assets, right? And if you look at this article here, they're saying markets appetite for risk assets would be key to watch what's happening after the rate cuts. And we see now what's happening, right? Bitcoin is pumping, but not only that, we've got meme coins pumping. We recently got Nero listed on Binance. We got meme coins pumping. And this, to me, signals that the market appetite for risk is pretty high. And especially this news was taken very good by the market, and the market thinks it's bullish, which is now what we all need. So what's going on from here? Are we gonna keep pumping? Is this the start or the beginning of the bull market? So let's get to that Bitcoin dominance, guys, and look at what's happening onto that side. And looking at the Bitcoin dominance, this is key, right? For people that don't know, when Bitcoin dominance tops and starts rolling back down, right? This is important. When the Bitcoin dominance starts rolling back down here, this is when we get our altcoin season. This is when it starts pumping. This is when we start to have massive gains, right? And historically, the best time to buy is when it's going up or needing its top, not when it reverses. And you will see why now. So now here I have two charts, right? I have the interest rate charts and I have others. So others are altcoins, all altcoins besides the top 10 that we don't care about, that don't make big gain. So you'll see here clearly that when Bitcoin dominance starts dropping, which is here, when it starts dropping, usually we are around the last phase of the bull market, and usually this is when everything starts pumping. AKA, this is when you get rewarded for your patience, for waiting for the market to give you an opportunity, or for the market to finally reward you for you waiting. So this is the altcoin season in May 2021, right? This is the first one we had when Bitcoin was in around April, right? The first top, then the second top here, right? So in 2017, we've got the same thing. The same thing happened in 2017, right? In 2017, when Bitcoin dominance dropped, when you see this drop here, this was the last squeeze up, or this was the main major altcoin season. But most importantly, it was rallying, right? It was on its way up while Bitcoin dominance was going up. It's similar to what we have today. This is very important to look at, to understand. And usually when Bitcoin dominance drops, you are pretty much close to the top, right? So when you see this, this is the moment, right? When it started finally breaking down, we were actually close to the top on Bitcoin on altcoin season. The altcoin season was almost about to be over. And the Same thing here. When Bitcoin dominance dropped, it was almost time, right? It was about the end or around the end. So this took around 26 days, literally, from Bitcoin dominance dropping. To make it simple, we need to be buying before that happens, before Bitcoin dominance reverses. So when does Bitcoin dominance reverses and we finally get paid for our patience, and because we were patient and we were just dollar cost averaging and we were down 80% on our meme coin, sir, and it was painful. When do we start to finally see the pumps? And to answer that comes to this, the rate cuts, right? So the rate cuts here, guys, is when we add the rate cuts to the chart and on Bitcoin dominance, so we're going to put it on the monthly so it's all nice and clean. When you look at it in the monthly, and here we're going to add interest rates. So these are the interest rates in white here. So look at it and how it's going, right? So look at that carefully now here. These are the rates being hiked, being increased, right? And when we look at the moment when it dropped, like when we are today here, right? So they started cutting. When did this happen? Here. So this was in 2021 or 2019, right? So as soon as they started cutting, Bitcoin dominance stopped a month later, right? Bitcoin dominance stopped a month later, and then it started trending down, right? This is important to keep an eye on, right? Once the rate cut started, Bitcoin dominance 1 month later on top, right? So basically we had few more months where buying was the best thing to do, right? It was few more months, right? So it topped 1 month later, but this did not mean we were already on a full-blown altcoin season that lasts only 2 months. We started kind of ranging there for around 150 days, but it's going to be clearer once we're going to go to others. So this means here, guys, that Bitcoin dominance is possibly topping now here, right? So this is what this tells us here, that we might have another month, right? Another month for buying and another month where Bitcoin dominance is pumping, which means Bitcoin mainly is dominating, it's pumping, and altcoins need another month to catch up. In other words, in simpler words, this means it's the best time to be buying. And once the Bitcoin dominance reverses and comes back down or on its way down, it's the best time to be getting out of the market. So just to make it simple. Now we started this. So we are in September. So it means October is going to be the top for Bitcoin dominance. And this means we're slowly going to start to reverse, right? On this way down where we're going to start to reverse, altcoins are going to start to slowly break back up, right? It's not going to be, right? Again, it's not going to be like the full-blown altcoin season. It's going to be more like now you're doing 2-3x on your lows, or your bottom buys are going to be now up 2 to 3x, right? Maybe 5x, depends on the coins, but the major squeeze up that usually happens on the major altcoin season is still ahead of us, right? But it means that the dips are already now covered, right? We covered the dips now. We're starting to move up. We're starting to move higher. And this is important to as well look at here. So first of all, on Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin as well have been here for 180 days. Usually this is around the time when we see a decision in the market. This is the time where something should happen, right? And I've covered this on the previous video, right? Previous video where I told you guys something should happen. Now here we have 180 days. Now here 184 days. This was a monthly candle where we actually broke out. Maybe this one, September, is gonna be the one, right? This is usually around how long we last sideways before we see an actual move. This was as well here. This was a bear market, right? Bear market as well lasted 184 days, 183 days, 184 days right here, right? So with the rate cuts, maybe this is gonna be, or this gonna start to move higher as well with the Bitcoin dominance, because we have one more month where Bitcoin is gonna be the leader in this market. Maybe October is the actual month where Bitcoin finally breaks out and altcoins start to catch up with it, right? And most importantly, guys, if we come back to the others, it looks like it is bottom. This is very important to look at this chart here, because you remember, guys, when I told you the bottom might be in on that video, the bottom might be in, I looked into others, which is all other altcoins, which is our meme coins, our favorite meme coins and stuff like that. These others here, guys, is now looking like maybe it is bottomed, and we are somewhere. If we come back and look at others in 2019, and this was also around the time when we had the rate cuts, this was around the bottom as well here, right? Now if we disregard this dip here was a black swan event, right? This is important. This is something that doesn't happen often. Now this is as well looking like it, right? If you just look at this chart, and this is something that I looked at and I shared with you way before the rate cuts, guys, right? So it's on the charts here. It actually looked like we might be bottoming, and it might be now it, right, guys? It might be, right? Because Bitcoin probably has put in a bottom, right? Because now you see everyone now is shocked that Bitcoin is at 63K. So this is what we want to see. And finally, after Bitcoin going into that 200 days of going sideways, 180 days of going sideways, we finally now having a decision day, and the decision day is going higher, right? And historically, after when we get the rate cuts, when we start getting the rate cuts, this is the time where altcoins and the crypto space in general start to see the pumps and start to move higher slowly over time until we get the actual squeeze up, which lasts only 2 months. But from here onwards, we're going slowly to be going higher, and dips should be opportunities from here, especially on altcoins. And we are waiting for this massive push up here, right? This is what we're waiting for, right? We are not trying to buy once this thing starts to move up, move higher, which is what most people did here in 2024. Once this started to move higher, everybody started to buy. We want to buy here, the dip, right? So just to make this clear, because people always ask, when should I buy? When should I sell? This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to buy low and sell high. This is the key. Buy low, sell high. Now, when we look at others, it looks like it's at bottom. The same thing that we see here. So let's clean this here, right? And it looks like the same thing happened here, right? This deviation, right? We went below that range. We came back up to retest it, which happened now here, right? Same thing. And then we seen a move up. Now, this took some time here, which is good news for those that are still on the sidelines, that are waiting for dips and stuff like that. And or those that are not yet allocated into the market. Well, good news, we are at around bottom on others. What we can see on others happening, because Bitcoin dominance is most likely gonna top around October, this is bottomed or is gonna confirm a bottom around October. What this is gonna do is it's gonna struggle around here while Bitcoin dominance kind of juiced up and run out of juice and stuff like that. We might see a move like that, then back down here, then we actually move, which is funny enough. It looks like the same thing that we had in 2019. We had some sort of a double bottom or some sort of floor, which we had here, right? We had a green month, then a red month, then we started moving higher, right? A double bottom, let's say a W or whatever, before, if we disregard the Black Swan event, which is something that we see here. So very important to understand, this is the time to be allocated in the market. Like, this is it, right? We don't want to buy the pump. Now, when the pumps comes and there are going to be new coins and stuff like that, but for today in the market and coins that we have, this is the time to be slowly DCAing, dollar cost averaging in the market. This is what the charts are telling us, right? This is what's happening here, especially with the Fed's rate. So what do these Fed's rate mean, which I explained, right? So this means now, guys, there is money on the sideline, billions and billions, rich money, rich people, right? This is not the crypto guys and the $100 guys. This is the actual big whales that have money earning interest in the bank, right? In the bank, because the rates are high. These guys now are going to earn less on their money, and slowly they're going to have to jump onto risk assets, which are altcoins, which are cryptocurrencies, which are stock markets, which are everything that we start to see. And that is why in this article here, they are saying markets appetite for risk assets will be key to watch, right? Because people want to know what big money is doing. Big money now seems to be buying Bitcoin, seems to be in the stock market, and slowly this is going to start to flow into altcoins and others. And that's why it's performing well for it now. Now, this money here, guys, is forward looking, right? They don't wait until it's 0%, then they start to move out. They don't work like that. They don't work like G-Gens. When they see green candles, they start buying the high. They are forward looking. It means they want to do that before it happens. The same thing with Bitcoin dominance. We want to buy before it starts rolling back down. We want to be forward looking, not reacting to the market. So what this money here is sidelined, right? This money is gonna jump into the market, which we are already seeing, which is a lot of money earning yield and earning interest on their on those deposits they have. This money is gonna flow into the market, and this what fuels the bull market. Now we have that first, then we have the actual Fed's printing money. Once they're gonna start doing that, more people are gonna have more money, right? More people are gonna get richer. Also, inflation is going down now, right? People are gonna get richer and they're gonna start buying risk assets, right? That's why it's bullish. Now we have also FTX has recovered 14 to 16 billion and plans to start paying these funds out to users from or in the fall and winter of 2024. This money as well here, guys, was sidelined, right? These people are also crypto natives. These people have money and they've seen what we've done. We have a pretty decent pump. We made a lot of money and they were in the sidelines. They couldn't participate, and finally they're gonna start getting their money, and this money is coming in around fall and the winter. So it means that Q4 for Bitcoin and altcoins is going to be very bullish. bullish. So now we're slowly heading there. Now we're slowly seeing that slowly happen, right? So what this means for our coins, this is important, right? Now you have a time frame, and we're now basically we all can relax, right? The 180 days is over with, and we passed through the worst now. Rate cuts came in and the market pumped, right? This is very, very bullish to be looking at. This is something really bullish. And that's the point here, guys. So prepare for a big altcoin season. The plan remains the same. The coins I'm holding and I'm still accumulating are still the same, right? I'm still holding my Pepe from way lower prices, basically. Still holding my Pepe. I do think Pepe is still gonna flip Shiba Inu. Is gonna start the biggest Pepe verse season you've ever seen. The market is gonna go crazy. All this money is coming, the FTX, the rates, the money coming from banks. Everybody is gonna be jumping into risk assets. Once again, crypto is gonna become hot. Crypto is gonna become the talk in the streets. People are gonna love crypto again. People are gonna start buying cryptos, and the cryptos that are taking most of the attention, basically this is what's all about, right? Coins that have most of the attention, and especially coins that are on the Pepe verse narrative, right? Especially those, because Pepe is gonna be the big shocker of this cycle, right? People are still sleeping on it. If you look at the chart here, higher lows, making higher lows slowly in this market. Even when Bitcoin was at 49k, Bitcoin was down, people were crying, the JITs were crying, everybody was crying. Pepe was holding strong, so the Pepe verse is still one of the strongest, if not, it's gonna be the main narrative this cycle, especially on ETH. There's gonna be one of those. So you got your Pepe, you got Brett on ETH that I shared with you, you've got many, you got also a Dark Lord. I've seen people asking about it. I'm still holding that. Those are gonna be the coins I'm looking at right now, and I'm still holding, I'm still accumulating, I'm still playing these. Now recently we've seen the Nero, right, which by the way now is at $420 million in its market cap. I called it at $2 million on my Discord. Link in the description. Is free to join, but don't FOMO now. That's very important. Don't go FOMO. Coins that been up 2,400% in the last 7 days are not coins to be FOMOing on the top, right? Because again, people, anyways, don't FOMO at the tops. Go accumulate coins that I shared with you. You still got Brett on ETH, which is very bullish, still at around $6-7 million in its market cap. It's gonna be one of the biggest gainers as well, right? You got many others, right? But the point here, guys, is simple, right? Coins that are performing well today are gonna be performing very, very well once others is gonna start trending higher, and then we're gonna have people asking, can I buy now, sir? Right? So just to make it simple, right? Because I see that would always come across the same problem if the video gets too technical, right? It's simple. We buy low, we sell high. Now others is at low, we buy here, we sell when it's here, and we cut out the noise, right? I don't know, Crypto Banter now is telling us it's gonna drop, the Bitcoin dominant. We don't care, right? We don't, like, that's how my mindset is. I don't care what others are saying, unless they are all talking about the same point, which is September is gonna be a red month. I was sure September is gonna be a green month because everybody was talking about September is gonna be a red month, and I made money off that. I longed Bitcoin, and thanks to the herd, right? Thanks to the herd, right? So you never want to be the herd. You want to have a plan. You want to stick to the plan and cut out the noise. Now what the others is telling us, we're at the bottom, so I'm just gonna be holding and buying here. That's what I'm gonna be doing. Once we're gonna be here, guys, right, we're gonna be selling. People are gonna hate the message, people are gonna hate the videos, but that's what we're gonna be doing for now. That's what the charts are saying, right? Exactly, very clear. It's times up so well that we had the rate cuts here, and then we had this bottom touching the bottom, the others double bottom, then we had the big run. It's all almost looking like it's the same thing playing out again, but nobody's talking about it, which is good. We don't want people talking about it, and I'm not gonna talk about it so much so that everybody's aware about it, and then it doesn't happen. So we keep it simple, buying and holding. That's the thing now, right? Then once things are high, we're gonna be selling. So for people holding other coins, as I said, most of the coins performing well today are gonna keep performing, right? It doesn't matter where they are, which chain, which blockchain, with stuff like that. It just now, if you are new, if you want to buy, look into ETH. That's what you want to be looking at. ETH chain is going to be king. Ethereum is the second largest blockchain. Ethereum is the main blockchain. Ethereum is not an altcoin anymore, right? There is Bitcoin, there is Ethereum, and then there is altcoins. So nobody's going to take out ETH. ETH is king, and we've seen this playing over and over and over. ETH provided us with Pepe, with SHIBA, with Floki, provided us with billions, with coins that run out to billions. The second strongest chain is Solana, but the problem with Solana is hard to find low caps in it because there is a lot of JITs. It's just JIT-Lana can't hold more than 1 second in there. So ETH is king, right? That's why we're looking into that. So we have ETH and Pepeverse on ETH. Those are going to be very good. We got also some other coins that are on ETH. They're all going to do well, basically. I'm just going to keep repeating myself, but all all the coins that are now doing well are going to keep doing well. If you're holding any of those, right, they're going to be doing well. All the leaderboard here is going to be very, very good in the bull market. So anyways, guys, this is the point here of today's video. The rate cuts are very bullish. Don't expect a pump tomorrow because the rate cuts now are down. Don't expect this whole thing to play out now. It's gonna take some time still. Patience is required. If you don't have it, you can't succeed in this market. You have to be patient. One day you're gonna be rewarded for it, and that's the pump we're waiting for. This is the thing here. This massive rally up. This is the patience. This is patience being rewarded for. That's the thing. For now, we passed actually the hardest part, which is now passed over. We passed that. Congratulations. We've got maybe 1 to 2 months of like altcoins starting to slowly move up, and then some altcoins are going to be more appealing than others, right? And people are going to buy tops on others like Nero now, right? But the point is, once we're going to move, it's a tide that lifts all ships. Every altcoin is going to get its time, and it's going to come. So patience is required in this market. We're waiting for this pump to come, guys, right? Anyways, thank you so much for watching today's video till the end. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. You can join my Discord, link in the description. We're catching these coins early in there, and you can follow me on Twitter as well, link in the description. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.